Parades, bonfires, and tailgates filled the streets of Corvallis. What does being a Beaver fan mean to you, and how did you celebrate the big homecoming game?
And how did one fraternity make sure that OSU students stayed safe during a big Halloween dance?
And finally, we have Beaver sports reporter Josh Warden with us to share what happened with OSU athletics over the weekend. We will have all that and more on tonight's episode of the Beaver News. Good evening and welcome to your Monday night edition of the Beaver News. I'm Conrad Cartmell.
And I'm Julia Cameron. We're glad you could join us this evening.
Parades, bonfires, football, and tailgates made this last week on campus a pretty exciting place to be. We sent Beaver News reporters out to the pep rally events to see how OSU gets ready for the big homecoming football game. The tradition dates back to long before anyone on campus had ever even heard of the sport, all the way back to the earliest years of Corvallis College. Now, homecoming is a great chance for alumni to return to their alma mater for a celebration of community, lifelong learning, and school spirit. Aside from the big football game, the oldest tradition associated with homecoming is the bonfire, which still takes place today. At the bonfire this year, around 600 people gathered to watch OSU President Ed Ray drop the torch and then spent the next few hours watching the massive fire light up the sky. OSU marching band and dance teams pranced through the streets, rallying up people as they played the classic football tunes. Although the game didn't have the outcome we wanted, it seemed as if every OSU fan had a great time supporting our hard-working athletes.
The Brothers of Omega Delta Phi hosted Fright Night Friday, a dry dance paired with an alcohol awareness workshop. We have reporter Aaliyah Averill here with us to talk about this Halloween dance.
The workshop ensuing dance put on by the multicultural fraternity was meant to raise awareness for the risks of alcohol consumption before Halloween, a holiday that is typically marked by copious amounts of drinking by students. However, not everyone enjoys such rowdy festivities, and the event gave all students the opportunity to have a good time out, without the presence of alcohol. Snell International Hall was packed with students. Partygoers were able to dance, socialize, and celebrate Halloween while still being safe, and reviews were universally positive.
So, how did you like the dance? Was it good?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, there was a lot of different creative costumes, and I mean, my favorite definitely was the Minions that won the costume contest.
It sure sounds like it was a great time. Next up, Harry Potter fans. Harry Potter fans came together on Sunday at the LaSalle Stewart Center to listen to the Oregon State Symphony play the music from the movies. The building was decorated as Diagon Alley, which is the Wizard shopping center from the Harry Potter series. Festivities were not just limited to the musical performance, as various groups set up booths for people in attendance to join. One of the booths set up by Grassroots Books and Music encouraged children to read, while the OSU Chemistry Department helped get kids involved with science. The event was fun for all and provided the kids in attendance with exciting chances to learn not just about magic, but about more practical areas of study.
Sigma Chi Fraternity hosted their annual Derby Days last week in hopes of earning $20,000 for the sick children of Dornbecker Hospital. Some of the events included in this charity fundraiser were flag football, the house mess-up, talent show, eating contest, and a final lip-sync competition between OSU sororities. Each event involves a different opportunity to earn money for the fundraiser. As of Wednesday morning, they had raised $2,300, not including coin jars and online donations. They will continue hosting philanthropy events in hopes of reaching their money goal.
Our show wouldn't be complete tonight without Monday night's sports segment. Here to tell us what happened at the football game is sports reporter Josh Warden.
Thanks, Conrad. The Beaver football team faced off against the Stanford Cardinal on Saturday with a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. The Beavers had won 6 straight games coming into the first contest this season against a top 25 team. Stanford was ranked 6th in the nation after a sounding defeat to UCLA. The Beaver defense came up big, holding the Cardinal to only 88 passing yards, through 4 quarters. Stanford scored 2 touchdowns in a 2-minute span on either side of the halftime break, but Oregon State refused to back down. The Beavers forced a fumble and made a key 3rd down stop late in the game to give themselves a chance. In the end, a last-second drive fell short, and Stanford took a close victory, 20-12. Wide receiver Brandon Cook still put up good numbers with 9 catches and 80 yards and 1 touchdown. The Stanford defensive front was tough to stop, taking down quarterback Sean Mannion 8 times throughout the game. Mannion still tallied 271 yards and 1 touchdown, doing his best to avoid the Stanford defense the entire way. The Beavers have another home game this week against USC. For the first time this season, Oregon State will break out the orange uniforms for the Friday night game at 6 p.m., which will also be a part of Dad's weekend. Oregon State now maintains a 6-2 record with 2 home games and 2 away games remaining.
Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Julia Cameron.
I'm Josh Warden.
And I'm Conrad Cartmell. We're glad you could join us this evening. For more of your Beaver news, make sure to watch us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Beaver News. Thanks and have a good night.